There is new reporting that top Trump ally Elon Musk has struggled to meet one of the basic rules of the IRS, an agency, by the way, that he wants to gut. The New York Times reports that Musk's charitable foundation fell $421 million short of the amount it was required to give away last year, meaning that he could be required to pay a sizable penalty unless he distributes that money. Joining me now, the reporter behind the story, New York Times political correspondent Teddy Schleifer. It's good to see you, Teddy. I don't think this is the first year this has happened, but what did you find out?
Yeah, I mean, this is a problem that Elon Musk has been dealing with over the years as his foundation has gotten bigger and bigger, as he's taken in more and more money into his own personal bank account. He's been trying to deal with the issue of what do you do when you have too much of it? Musk's foundation is not required to give away all this money tomorrow. Typically, the way this works for people who are not following this is if you have $100 in your foundation, you have to give away 5% every year. So it's $5. You can make up for it the next year if you don't give enough of it away in the existing year. But this is sort of what happens when you have a fortune that keeps rolling down and down the hill and more money's coming in.
Yeah, we should all have such a problem. But, I mean, is it fair to tie it into his future role at the Trump Department of Government Efficiency if it seems like, you know, he can't keep up with the amount of money to even give away?
Sure. Well, I mean, I think the connection here is that Elon Musk has been talking publicly on his account, and we know that DOJ has been looking into this possible defunding of the IRS, which is the regulatory or legal body that oversees private foundations such as the Musk Foundation. So it just so may happen that the IRS could have less resources to go after precisely this type of mismanagement or misconduct. I'm not saying that's why Elon Musk is for defunding or having a weaker IRS. I mean, we know Elon Musk's positions on taxes, and we know that Elon has, said he has made the largest private tax payments ever. So there are lots of reasons why Elon Musk could want a weaker IRS, but this would be one of them.
Let me ask you also about Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, who, by the way, Trump threatened earlier this year. He just donated $1 million to the Trump inauguration after meeting with the president-elect at Mar-a-Lago. There are lots of rumblings about other tech CEOs who are giving big bucks as well. Yeah. Is that what we're seeing? They're all going to fall in line now, and a lot of money is going to go to the inaugural committee.
Look, the inaugural committee donations, as interesting as they are for news value, I mean, this is sort of a sideshow, right? I mean, every year, companies that make hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue, every 4 years, we'll toss a couple coins toward an inaugural committee. I think the contrast is in 2016 that did not really happen. I mean, there was a shell-shocked feeling when Trump won. In 2020, Biden actually did not allow big tech companies to donate to the inaugural. But look, that's not really going to do that much for these companies standing in Trump's Washington. But it is true that there is almost a euphoria in Silicon Valley about the election of Donald Trump. I was struck 8 years ago today, right? 8 years or tomorrow, sorry, is when all those tech executives came to Trump Tower, if people remember that, and had that meeting with Trump that was led by Peter Thiel. Now, a lot of individual companies are trucking to Mar-a-Lago. We know that, or it's been reported that Sergey Brin and Sundar Pichai, the longtime leaders of Google, were at Mar-a-Lago yesterday. Jeff Bezos is going to be there next week. Mark Zuckerberg was there just before Thanksgiving. Business is open. And if you want to be relevant in Washington, if all these tech giants want to be, you have to show up and kiss the ring. So that's what's happening right now.
Well, here's my conclusion. You don't have to be a tech billionaire to spread joy. Your little tree is spreading a lot of joy. It's very charming. So we thank you for joining us, Teddy Schleifer, along with your celebratory ornaments. Thank you so much.